So welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. We are practicing today standing postures, very beneficial for the physical body, in your spine, in your legs, and bring space. So here I am coming to my mat. The first thing that we are going to do today as we stand tall is to look at your feet, make them be hip distance apart and parallel to one another. Press through the balls of your feet and try, as you press through the balls of your feet, try to spread the toes as much as you can. Sometimes I play with lifting my toes off the mat and just fanning them. And maybe in my brain, I'm fanning them a lot, but perhaps it's not happening a lot physically, but that doesn't matter. And then keeping the balls of my feet pressing really hard down, I'm going to try and keep that space that I'm creating in between my toes and extend them forward and down, okay? After doing that, I'm going to press firmly through my heels. I'm going to start bringing energy from the base up. So my feet are really steady. My thighs are hugging towards my bones. My pelvic area is lifting and my glutes are firing, right? Or igniting power into the center of my body. And my tailbone sacrum area is moving down towards my heels. So if you feel that, you will feel engagement already in your legs, which makes you really steady. And with your hands, bring them to the tops of your hips where you can feel kind of like the bones, and use your hands to push your hips down. It's kind of funny what I'm saying, but I want you to try and ground that area, right? The pelvic bowl, let's say, heavier towards the earth. And after you do that and you keep the hands there, imagine you can separate the rib cavity away from that pelvic bowl. So I'm pressing with my hands down and I'm trying to lift my ribs a little taller, right? A little higher. So I'm creating more space in between, right? My mid torso or mid trunk, right? So I'm keeping that. And then I'm going to bring the crown of the head a little taller even. Keep pressing firmly through the feet. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through the nose. Don't lose the length, the height that you're creating. And then keep everything in your body, but release the arms. Then bring the arms to the sides. Turn the palms up, right? And we extend through the fingertips. Keep the power in the legs. Keep lifting through the pubic bone. And now let's add the belly button moving into your spine. Take a big inhalation to send the arms up overhead. Lace the fingers and keep the index fingers pointing up. We are doing that as we stretch, 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 and we have the same idea of the hip bones moving down. So my pelvic bowl is grounding towards my heels. My rib cavity or cage is moving up towards the skies. Okay, we are keeping all of that. And now, keeping all of that, I'm going to bring both my arms over to the right. I keep my legs steady, my tailbone moving down. And when I get there to the side, I'm going to bring the right shoulder blade forward a little more and stretch my arms a little more. Breathing. Pushing evenly through the feet and coming back up. Super. See if you can keep extending through the arms and even bring the arms a little further back, almost like if you want to bring them behind your ears, if it's possible. Squeeze those upper arm bones into your head. Take the tailbone and your glutes down. Keep powering those legs. We are going over to the left. And now when I get there to the left, I'm going to turn the left shoulder blade forward. And I'm going to stretch my arms a little further. And maybe letting my torso drop a little more. Breathing through the nose if you can, push through the feet, come back and release. Good, shake it a little, shake through the knees. You can even swing a little bit side to side, a little bit of twisting here, just a few times. Good, super. Now I'm coming back to where I was. I'm going to widen my feet now, and I'm going to keep the feet parallel. So it's very similar to what I just did, but I'm widening my stance, right? So the stride is a little wider. My feet are still in the same plane or latitude. And again, I'm going to start from the base of my toes. I'm lifting my toes so I can spread them again. I'm looking at them so I can spread them. And then I'm lengthening them forward and down, almost like if you want to make your toes longer than what they are. See if after that you can lift through your inner arches, press firmly through your heels, feel the toning in the inner legs. And again, we are keeping that pelvic ball moving down with the glutes moving down instead of lifting, right? So we create more stability in the pelvis and the hips. Lengthen through the sides and again lift through the rib cage. Send the arms out, turn the palms up, and let's bring the arms up overhead one more time. I'm extending through the index fingers, but I'm starting at my waist. When I'm from there, I'm lifting, sending tailbone down. And similar to what we did before, I'm going to lengthen the torso, keep sending tailbone down, belly button in, and moving over to my right. When I get there, I'm going to take the right shoulder blade forward. And again, I'm going to try and stretch my arms far, far, far out. Inhale, press through the feet, come back up. Beautiful, let's keep stretching there. Arms coming a little bit behind the ears if you can. Power those legs. Fire the glutes. Let's go over to the left. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring the left shoulder blade forward. Lengthen the side body. Push through the feet, come back up. Exhale and release. Good. Heel toe your feet, bring them together, shake them a little. Perfect. And now again, with hip distance apart. This time I'm going to go sideways so you can see what we are doing, but the stance are the same as in the beginning. Hip distance for the feet, power from the root up so you can rise and lift that energy up, okay? Let's inhale, arms up overhead. This time you can look up, lift from your navel all the way up to your nose, and the pelvic floor is also lifting. Exhaling, we fold. Bending the knees, release the head, let it go. Inhale for half lift, opening the heart. Exhale, fold again. Press through the feet, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale through the hands, coming back to center and up. Good, let's do two more like that. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Lift the front of your spine, lengthen the tailbone down. Exhale and fold. Inhale for that half lift, opening the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, we come back to neutral and release. Last one, let's go. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, half lift. Open the heart here and send the shoulders back a little. Lift the belly into your spine. Exhale, fold. And this time, instead of coming up, we are going to walk ourselves into what we call a down dog. And even though this doesn't count specifically as a standing posture, it's really beneficial before we do the standing postures to help us stretch and open up. So press through the hands, look at the position of your hands, turn the fingertips out a little, push through the heels of your hands, and use that to lengthen the body. So I'm really pressing into the pinky side of my hands and the thumb base, so I can really elongate the sides of my body. And like we did when we were standing, I want you guys to bring the belly button into your spine. Now bend the knees deeply, lift the hips as much as you can, and then slowly start sending the heels back and down to stretch the backs of your legs. And again, whenever you get there, it doesn't matter if your heels don't touch down, okay? Then bend the knees again, push the mat with your hands and lift the hips a little higher, and then re-extend the legs, keeping the hips as high as you went, okay? One more time, bend the knees, lift those sitting bones up, drop the head. See if you can keep that high and re-extend through the legs. Good job. Okay, let's go from here, walking the hands back towards the feet. Bend the knees, drop the torso. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up like we did before. Lengthen the front of your spine, exhale, and release. Good job. Okay, here we go. Now from here, we are going to come back into the length of the mat. So what I'm going to do is to again widen my feet. They have a wide stride, but it's a stride that I can hold right and I don't feel like I'm falling over or anything like that. If you need blocks, I suggest to have them close by. Maybe you want to have them for support. And as I'm coming here, again, I'm resetting my feet, spreading the toes, the same thing we did before. Press through your heels and lift your inner arches. That lifting your inner arches will give you power in your inner legs, which is super important because they are connected to your pelvis and they go all the way to the heart. Now, from here, what I'm going to do is bend my right knee deeply. And if you want, you can bring your hands in front and touch down. You can even touch your thigh or put the blocks in front, like I said before, okay? So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to press firmly through my left foot so I feel the power in the left leg stretching. And that right knee is bending towards my pinky toe. Breathe here, elongating the spine, lifting the belly. Good, and then I'm going to switch over to my second side. Same thing, I'm deeply bending my left knee, trying to open up my toes and keeping that knee going towards my pinky. And I can feel the stretch in the inside of my right leg. I'm pressing into the outer edge of my right foot. So the inner arch lifts and I'm lengthening the spine. Breathe here. Good, and one more. Let's go over to the right, same as before. Pressing firmly through the extended leg. So we tone and we lift the kneecap without locking the knee. Lengthen the torso. And over to the second side. Good. After I'm back to center, bend both knees, put your hands on your hips. Push firmly through the feet so you can come all the way up. Beautiful. And now I'm going to turn my right foot to face or point towards the right side of my mat. I'm going to firm my hips into one another, okay? Lengthening the torso. Again, I'm trying to find space between the pelvis and the chest. And then from there, I'm going to extend my arms, extend them like you're shooting energy through your fingers, and then bend the right knee over that right, I'm going to say over the third toe, okay? So you're trying to follow the line of your second or third toe with your knee. Beautiful, this is what we call a warrior two. We are going to drop the right sitting bone down, firm the hips into one another, lengthen the trunk but soften the shoulders. And we're going to inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, we take what we call a side angle pose. So I put my right forearm on my thigh, my left arm in, over my head, and I'm turning the chest or the rib cavity up. Good, let's repeat this. Inhaling, I'm reversing my legs, they stay the same. Super powered. Exhale, come back. One more, inhaling, I'm reversing. Exhaling, I'm coming back. Good, I'm going to challenge you a little bit here. So we stay. I'm letting that right sitting bone fall a little more. I'm opening the right arm down and the left arm up. Stay there, firm the hips, turn the chest up. Last challenge, bring the arms over the head, lace the fingers and pull like we were doing before and turn the chest forward. Ooh. Good, come back, warrior two, straighten the front leg, release the arms. Good, let's turn that right foot in. Take a breath and let's go over to the second side. So now I'm turning my left foot out. I'm firming my glutes into the midline and I'm lengthening my tailbone. You know, like the very end of the spine, which connects with what we call the tail, sacrum tailbone area. So we try and lengthen that almost like if you want to wrap it under your body, okay, or wrapping it under your pelvis. Keep that, arms out, lengthen through the arms, soften the shoulders. And when you're ready, left knee bends. And I'm always trying to keep that knee pointing towards my third toe. I'm saying that because our knees, when we bend them, they tend to want to collapse towards your big toe. I don't want that. I want you to open it up, okay? Good. From here, drop that left sitting bone. Let's inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. One more, inhale. Exhale. This time I'm trying to turn the chest a little higher, extend through the right arm and push firmly through the right foot. Now let that left sitting bone drop a little. Good, let's change this. I'm going to open up that left arm down, then the right arm up, turn the chest up. If you're still alive there, bring the arms over the head, lace the fingers, extend, turn the chest up. Good, come back. Straighten the front leg, which is the left, and turn the left foot in, bring the arms down, heel toe the feet, and shake it a little. Yay, awesome. Okay, now we're going to do another little game. I'm going sideways so you can see it, okay? I'm going to actually use a block. So if you have a block, that's good. If you have a weight, that's also great. You can do that with a little bit more challenge. I'm going to take actually my weight, but weight or block or anything like a box that you have at home to add a little bit of a load, okay? Same, I'm gonna go like this so you can see it. Same arm to the leg that I'm going to move. Left leg is going to be my standing leg. And what I'm going to try and do, you can use your left arm as a helper so you can take it out to the side. I'm going to lift my right leg and bring my right arm down like a deadlift, let's say. And then I'm coming back and touching, okay? Again, I'm going to lengthen belly in, lengthen the spine, bring it back. 3 more to go. Inhaling. Exhale. Again, spread those left toes, lift the energy through that left leg. Oops. And this can happen, right? It's normal. 1 more to go. No rush. Nice. Then shake it a little. I can feel the fire on that left side. Good. Okay, I did everything on my right, so now I'm going to pass it over to the second side, okay? So now I'm going to step on my right leg, and from here, I'm going to lean forward, lengthen, belly in, and then I'm coming back. That's number 1. We have 4 more. 2, you can use your right arm as a helper, right? And back. 3. Find length through the back of your body and the front of your body. Whoops. Last one. Good. When you came back after your 5, you can put your block, weight, or anything down, shake it a little. Awesome. Let's go from the top a little bit more of standing. Feet hip distance, inhaling, arms up overhead, lift the front of the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, this time I'm going to walk back, down dog. Pressing through the palms, pressing through the feet, lift those hips, bring the front ribs in. Let's take the right leg up to the skies. Right foot comes forward in between the hands. I'm going to turn my left foot down and I'm going to press through my right leg to straighten the front leg. Okay, so now both legs are straight. One with the back foot parallel to the back end of my mat, the other one pointing forward. Now firm your right hip into your body. So I'm trying to push that right butt bone into my body. My right hand is going to stay behind my right shin. Maybe you add a block there or you use your own leg if you need. Firm the hips again into one another. Turn, opening to the left or to the skies, okay? Now, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not doing this right? I'm not so worried about like interested in going super far down because I want to lengthen this underside in my body. So I'm staying a little higher, but I'm trying to lengthen both sides as much as I can. And then turning the heart open up. You can drop the head if you want, I don't mind. Good, let's push through the front foot, come up. Nice, let's release and turn right foot in and switch left foot out. Good. Second side, I'm kind of reversing it. So from here, I keep both legs steady, glutes in, sacrum down, extend the arms again. We're coming from the top instead of from under. Lengthen and find that place where you're going to set your left hand. Like I said before, it doesn't need to go super far. Maybe you're using a blocker at the shin of your own leg. And then once you're there, lengthen both sides of your body, under and top, and then turn the heart up. If the neck feels unhappy here, drop the head. But keep turning the chest up. Good. Lift yourself up. Release. Beautiful. Let's take the left foot in. Now again, I'm in that stride like before. Feet parallel. Glutes down. Remember, with the hands, push the pelvis down and lift the rib cavity so we create space. Good. From here, I'm going to inhale, send my arms up overhead. And with the exhale, I'm keeping the power in my legs so I can hinge at my hips and move forward. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Belly up, belly button to the nose. Whenever you feel ready to touch down, you touch down. If you cannot touch down, bring those blocks or anything that you can put under you, okay? A pet counts. And then I'm pressing into the outer edges of my feet. I'm lengthening the torso, drawing navel to nose, and sending my upper arm bones back a little. You can even bring your hands a little closer to you, okay? Take a breath here. Exhale. Roll one more. And now we are going to let the torso keep going down. Maybe you're bending your elbows. And you can even bring your hands a little closer or keep using that support underneath. Drop the head, move the shoulders away from the ears. Lift through the sitting bones, hinging at the hips, draw the lower belly in. Good, another breath. Nice, then I'm going to heel toe my feet until they come closer to one another. And from there, I'm going to bend my knees deeply to take a squat. This is not a standing posture, but it's also beneficial. So we are going to bring it here. And you can swing like I'm showing a little bit side to side. Dropping the sitting bones, elongating the spine if you can. And we're going to take 3 full breaths. Nice. From there, slowly, I'm going to put my hands down, bring them behind you so you can sit, extend the legs, wiggle them a little. Good, and I'm going to do a seated posture here where I'm going to send my left leg over to the right and the right one over to the left. So I'm trying to line up my knees. This is not something that happens to all of us easily. So no worries, you can just cross your legs in a cross-leg position like crisscross applesauce, or you can just open up the legs a little more if you need, okay? So any amount works, okay? I'm sitting tall, you may be feeling it already in your hips, that's the idea. And if you feel like you're falling over to one side, then you need to add a blanket underneath so you can level the seat. It's very important that that pelvic bowl is neutral, right? Or as neutral as you can make it. So from here, I'm going to inhale and exhale for one more. Nice. If you did like me, you have your right arm on top. So I'm going to bring my arms in front of me, and the left one, which is opposite to your leg, is going to go on top of your right arm. Then you're going to bend the right elbow and bring that left arm over to the right, bringing the chin over to your left. Sitting tall, breathing here. Back to center, release. Good. If you can, from here, you can switch by bringing your hands in front. If you can lift yourself into a tabletop, and then you're going to switch, putting right leg behind the left one, and then coming back to a seat. If this is not possible to do like I showed you, just unwrap and switch the legs, okay? It's all good. Super. I'm sitting again, trying to be as even as I can on my sitting bones. So feel that as your heels. Try and make them steady. Sitting tall, we take first 2 breaths. You can keep the arms to the sides, hands to your feet. Elongating the spine. Nice. And then I'm going to bring my arms in front. Now I have my left leg on top, so the right one is the one crossing over the left. I'm bending my left elbow, bringing that right arm over to that left side, chin to the right. Nice. Back to center I go, releasing. Super. Let's unwrap those legs. I'm going to show you the next one here. So I'm extending the legs and sitting tall. Some of us, when we sit like this with the legs extended in front, our bodies naturally go more like this. It's not a bad thing. It's just like some habits that we have. So if that is happening to you, I highly recommend adding a cushion or a blanket folded a few times, so you can elevate your spine and help it elongate instead of keeping that roundness, okay? So I'm staying there tall. I'm pushing through my heels, and I'm going to extend the arms up. Lace the fingers, press those palms up, and bring those elbows behind your ears if you can. Once you did that, keep lifting through the rib cage as you press the pelvis down. Again, we are making space like a standing posture, okay? Breathing in, exhale, and then slowly I'm going to start bringing my torso as tall as it is forward. If you need a belt here, you're going to catch a belt. If not, it's not important. You can even bend both your knees, extend the torso, keeping it tall, and then go down to your feet so you can catch them, okay? And from there, I'm trying to lengthen the spine again, push through the heels. Maybe you're able to extend those legs a little more, maybe not. And keep lifting the heart, shoulder blades down your back, draw the navel up to your nose, push the legs down, hug the kneecaps into your bones. Good, and then slowly release. Nice. Let's come onto our backs, hug the knees in, rock a little bit side to side. Then keep both knees together. Cactus shape for your arms, or a T-letter shape if you have the space. Both knees drop to the right, and then the head goes to the left. If you can, sometimes I like to shift my upper back a little so I can really drop my left side down, and then I'm really resting my head over to the left. Soften the hands, the arms, the elbows. Then we slowly bring it back to center. If you need to shift your hips a little bit to the right, do so. Bring those knees to the chest again. And then let both legs drop over to your left and bring the head to the right. If your knees are not together or close to one another and they feel like they are really far, another recommendation there is to put a block or a blanket or a pillow in between so you can hug into that prop that you're putting, and that will be helpful for your lower back. Softening the face here. We are almost at the end. Then we return to center. And just for a moment, hug the knees in again, rock a little bit side to side. And then rock yourself forward to come to a seat. Awesome. Thank you, people, for joining this session in standing postures. I added a little bit of slowing down at the end, but I hope this is helpful and helps you feel a little bit more elongated and more space in the body. I hope to see you next week again. Namaste.